Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of ordering numbers. This is standard 8.2D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 14 of the redesign practice online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we need to order these numbers from greatest to least. And we have a whole bunch of different looking numbers here. Let's open up the graph draw feature, expand it out, increase the transparency. Now before we do anything, we need to make sure we understand what greatest to least means. Now I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to draw a sample number line. You notice how all the numbers are negative, right? So I'm going to just draw some numbers here. Let's bring that right there instead. There we go. Let's extend it up. And I'm just going to kind of give us some guideposts. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it with 0. Simply because all of the numbers are negative, so I don't need to worry about both sides, right? So I'm going to go 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. All right, so there's my number line. We need to first understand which way is greatest, because on most number lines, your greatest is on the right, and your least is on the left. And does that change when we get into our negatives on the left side of this number line? And the answer is no. The greatest is always going to be to the right on a number line. In this case, it's going to be the closest to 0, which means it's actually going to be the smallest. That's what's kind of backwards about this. So we'll see what happens when we actually put some of these on here. So -3 1/4. All right, so we have to find a way to convert all of these. I always find decimals to be easiest. So let's just change -3 1/4 to decimals. All right, so -3 and then 1/4. You should remember that 1/4 is 0.25. If not, you can multiply both top and bottom by 25 to get 25 over 100. Or you can divide 4 into 1. You would get 0.25. All right, so that's pretty simple. All right, so -3.25. So I'm going to put that right here. But I'm going to label it with the, let's do that, -3 1/4. I'll keep the original, okay? Now let me switch colors here. We'll do each one in a different color. I've got square root of 9, but it's negative, all right? Well, I don't necessarily need my calculator. Square root of 9 is pretty simple. That's a whole number. That's going to be 3. So I just need to push that negative in front of it, and it's -3. So that's going to go right there. I'm going to put that right there. All right, so far so good. And let's do this magenta right here, if we can. Now, -3.2, all right. -3.2, this is -3.25, so -3.2 is going to be -3.20, which means it's going to be right there. It's going to be a little bit closer to 3. 3.20 is a little bit smaller than 3.25. So I'm going to put that right there, -3.2. And then I've got negative pi. What in the world is negative pi? Well, pi is 3.14, right? So I just need -3.14. So then that's going to go right there. So they're all kind of squished together right there, because 3.14 is a little bit smaller than that -3.2. All right, so the greatest is going to actually be the one that's on the right, because it's going to be closest to 0, right? So it's going to be this green -9 first. So it's going to be one of these two. Then it's going to be this black negative pi, still one of these two. Then it's going to be that magenta -3.2, then -3 1/4. So the answer there, if you're looking at the numbers from right to left, because that's how we do greatest to least, is going to be A.